Oh, hey, what's up, guys? Uh, this video is going to be a little bit more about me and my full story. I really want to, share more about me so you can get a better understanding of who I am, what's my current situation, and how I actually got myself to where I am right now, pretty much, right? Which is arguably the most important thing, right? So in today's video, I'm going to be pretty much talking about how I left Slovenia when I was 18 years old, and I pretty much got my passport done on my 18th birthday. And then flew to Hawaii. A month later. And how I ended up here right now in Germany. And between that, I was in Canada and Asia. So I really want to give you an understanding of how I got to where I am and my just full story. Yeah, so I basically, in 2020, I was still in high school. I was 18 years old. I got my passport done at the end of 2019, actually. And basically, I got my passport done like, and right on my birthday. I was really looking forward to that moment because I was looking to, expand my horizon across the world because traveling to me was super like foreign to me because I never really did it. I was just 18 years old, and my parents were, obviously strict. And I was just like trying. By that time I earned quite a bit of money. I saved around 5K or something, and I just like was like, okay, let's do it. Let's go to Hawaii. I went there for 2 weeks, met a lot of different people. Met a friend actually from Montreal, where I went there later on, and yeah, basically uh, I went back in 2020, back from Hawaii to Slovenia after that trip, finished high school. I mean, honestly, I failed one subject. So basically, yeah, I did not fully finish it because I didn't care. My focus wasn't really on the school. At that time in 2020 and 2021, when doing COVID, I already started trading and I got myself into crypto and investments. So swing trading, day trading, all these kinds of stuff. Made a good decent amount of money. I could have made way more. At that time, I really didn't know, how to actually be a consistent trader. I was more just like investing here and there, seeing how it goes, right? So yeah, fast forward in 2021, made some money in some hotels in Slovenia, and left back to North America because I kind of knew, that I always wanted to conquer the world. Really put myself in the right environment to master English because my mother tongue is actually Slovenian, and basically I was like, okay, I have to put myself out there, really learn the language of and master the accent in a sense. Like I just want to, and also I love the English culture, so I really just want to, live there, honestly, and just enjoying the moment, because I feel like if you're in Canada or speaking with English people for the first time, like compared to when I was in school, it's a completely different thing. To me, was like, holy shit, this is so fun. I was like, I was always absorbing the content and podcasts and audiobooks in English. So I was like, yeah, this is so fun. Let's go to Canada. Right after, the chapter of high school and all this kind of stuff, I was finishing Slovenia. I honestly, yeah, just finished high school for the sake of it. Again, I failed one subject because I did not want to have a safety net. I really just want to go all in on entrepreneurship. So that's why I gave myself zero safety net, guys, zero. So my back was pretty much against the wall, and that's what made me who I am today. Surprisingly, I feel like who you are is really important, and everything in life becomes a byproduct of who you are as yourself, right? Who you are at your core level. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. That's how it all began. Then I went to visit my friend in Montreal, and I was there for 2 weeks. Actually, made some money there. Then went straight to Hawaii for like 2 3 months, got scammed on crypto or something. I was like, let's just go back to Montreal. And basically in Hawaii, it was really fun. I love Hawaii, and I experienced a really, really great life. It was my dream always. And, if there's, and I told myself back then, if there's something on your mind, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go for it. What's there to lose at the end of the day? And I just went for it. If it's still on your mind, do it. Because right now, fast forward in 2026, my baseline for traveling and for living, different kinds of lifestyle is just so high. But back in the days, everything was just so foreign to me. It was new, and that's the best experience ever. I remember when I was traveling in to Hawaii. It was like a 20-hour flight in total with all the layovers from Slovenia. So it was Slovenia, London, and I saw like the ocean across France and UK, and it was just so beautiful, man. I remember the views. It was insane. Just like the first flight from like Venice, Italy um to UK Stansted Airport, I think it's called. It was just so amazing. It was 2020. It was actually before COVID, dude. Guys, absolutely was fire. Now I think things are back to where they were mostly. So but yeah, I was like fucking growing up back then, like, and those 2 3 years of COVID was just like, yeah, it's just kind of maybe it was not maybe optimal for like socializing and stuff like that. But regardless, I had my people, let's just say, right? So yeah, and yeah, then I had like a flight to New York. I was very confused about how airports work exactly, but it was just a mind blowing experience, immersing myself in a new culture and new language, and it was just so fire. Back then, I didn't have such a great accent yet, but yeah, we all begin somewhere, right? So yeah, I went to New York, then was San Francisco, and San Francisco to Hawaii, and basically was on Oahu Island for like, uh, you know, yeah, back in 2020 for 2 weeks. Then went back home and just got a crazy tan. And same thing I did like in 2021. During that time I was in Slovenia, and I went to Montreal. It's a fire spot, and then back to Hawaii, then back to Montreal, and I was basically going from like 20 degrees Celsius. I mean, almost 30 degrees Celsius, or you can call it 70, 80 Fahrenheit, to like -5 for Christmas. It was a vibe, honestly. So yeah, then I was in Montreal just working like in some stuff like online, like trading, also like some catering stuff, just here and there. And I was just honestly doing so many things, like I was doing Uber Eats and stuff like that at -20 degrees Celsius, bro, in freaking Canada. Like that's how far I went, and I always knew I was really good at like like working for myself, like, because Uber Eats was like kind of, you're just kind of independent. You just make as much as you put in the effort, right? So that's the concept I always loved, and I was bringing in like 5,000 Canadian plus, right? I was really crushing it. Also working catering stuff, and met a lot of friends there that I talk to this day. And it was just so freaking fun. That was actually in 2022, guys. So it was like a transition from 2021 to 2022, right? And yeah, it was actually pretty fun. It just feels like a lifetime ago already, because it's been like 4 years, yeah, almost 4 years right now. And yeah, I was a completely different person back then. I was, obviously 4 years younger, just traveling the world, experiencing life to the fullest. And yeah, dude, it was just super fun. I survived everywhere I went without a problem. I had connections, and yeah, the jobs were pretty easy to get. And at that time, I also was still trading and investing into crypto coins, and just really trying to make the most money from what I was doing. So I was kind of definitely locked in, and that's where my foundation kind of started, right? And that was 2022. Um, And then moved to Vancouver in 2022, at the end of 2022 towards 2023. And basically, yeah, just had a great time there. Honestly, Vancouver is just a beautiful city. Had a potential to potentially get a PR there as well, but circumstances, were like, not ideal. Let's just say, because I did not want to be like, really. I mean, I didn't care about the PR really, so maybe, if I want to do it, maybe I can do it down the road. But yeah, so basically, guys, that's that was Montreal, then was Vancouver for 1 year, and I really had a great experience in Canada. At that time I was still developing. I really got into the gym, and it was just super fun. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 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 guys. Yeah, basically, Vancouver 2023. Then I went to Germany. I was like, let's go try a different experience, stuff like that, right? And yeah, was then in Germany. Was there I'm a European citizen, so the freedom of movement is absolutely as there. I don't know if it's possible like that anywhere else. So you do have access to a lot of European countries, so it's absolutely great. So I was just traveling. I was kind of based majority of the time in Germany, but yeah, I'm the kind of person who really wants to figure things out. So I soon after all this traveling, all this madness, I actually got a short-term job at Amazon. I was like, okay, let's see, because it was English speaking. I was like, okay, I didn't even speak the language of, Germany is like cool, but I did not speak perfect German. I just know basic words. No problem. I can get away with most of it, and it's really easy to do. It's just like it's the problem is like the transition. It's like either you fucking speak uh, B2 German and lock in, boom, you get a good job opportunities, right? But anyway, I knew my path was not to be focused on Germany, so because I was doing crypto trading and stuff like that at that time still, and yeah, I was like, let me just get some flash cash flow for fun and get myself a job for like 4 months to see what the system is about. I didn't really care about the money. I was just thinking about how the system works. I really like to see things from inside out, and I saw the system, how it works, how, jobs are. And I was like, okay, cool. Sooner or later, I got into, when I was working at that job, I was like constantly like, you know, uh, listening to podcasts, getting better. I still do this to this day, right? So I was constantly self improving 24/7, guys. And I was just there for 3, 4 months, right? And then it was just had a great summer, traveled more in Europe, all this kind of stuff. It was a great time. Wasn't working so hard on the contact side of things, which I will get into this summer. So I'm quite excited about that. Summer 2026 sounds already fucking great to me. Probably it's going to be Europe, Dubai, potentially even Asia or Miami. We'll see. Like we'll see what are the good spots. So I'm super excited about that. But let's get into 2024. That was basically 2024. Still in Germany, having a good summer. And at that time, guys, I actually got into remote sales. Right, it was my first time ever making money for like a company. Sales is really the best online skill you can possibly have to make really, really great money, and it's going to be quite life changing for you guys because uh, once you learn sales, that's a really dangerous skill you can use uh, in any business. You can work for an influencer, you can work for any business and make money. You just take a percentage of it, and really you can crush it. You can negotiate. If you're good at sales, you can really negotiate really good money. So yeah, it's a skill you have to learn, and it's was like, okay, if you get good at sales, you can get great in relationship communication. You can be, great at anything really, persuasion, conviction, all these kind of stuff. So it's like, this is so cool because trading and investing was great. It was making me great money. Like I had like some 10K months, also lost something, but was majority of it was the wins, and I was focusing on consistency, every single week or a month, which is makes way more sense. The goal was to actually make 30% on the money every single month that I was bringing in, and that's the strategy I use to this day. That's making me great money on the money I'm already making with the cash flow I have. So That's more advanced stuff. If you guys just want to make more money with the money you have, I would recommend trading and investing. It's gonna really multiply your money. And I have the strategy I use. So if you guys are interested in that, I can potentially help you. I've done seminars for that before, so I have a few students that have done great money with trading, and that's something I just do on the side. If you guys are really interested, potentially open to get more students for the trading seminar. It's going to be a 3 day trading seminar, A to Z, and I can really help you guys master trading fundamentals, support resistance, all this stuff. If you're looking to make at least 30% of your money, 30% on your money every single month, right? Most of the time, I double the money I invest within 3 4 months. But either way, this is just besides the point. Really, I want you to understand the compound effect when you invest or trade the money. Obviously, you have to focus on the cash flow first. But once you have that money, you can really multiply it, and compound interest is really the seventh wonder of the world. They have to understand. So that's one thing there. And let me know, guys. I have some slots available on Calendar. You can link. There's going to be a link down below. Now, yeah, I was doing that, some seminars, and yeah, I also got into trading at that time, sales at that time, remote sales, and that was just mind blowing. Sales, I just really loved so much because it was just a real skill. It was really addicting. I started becoming obsessed. At that time, I was not really uh, yeah, the best at sales yet. I just started, and yeah, basically started working for companies. I was starting to make great money within a couple months. So it was like late 2024 that I got into online sales. It was absolutely life changing because for the first time, I actually had a really great income coming in from two different sources, right? And it's better, it's not really great to just rely. I'm going to be honest with you guys, just rely on trading and investing alone. Hell no. It was making me decent money, but I was, basically lacking, basic business skills like communication, sales, marketing, so that's something you have to master as well. I'm not sure what you guys are doing, but it was just a life changing opportunity for me because I always wanted to get into sales, but I never wanted to do it in person. I'm the online guru. I'm like an online kind of person that wants to just make money online, guys. I don't want to really go in person jobs in 2025 or 2024 or 2026, and it's not really ideal. It's low leverage. I always go for strategy, and with not first is strategy, then it's effort. So choose strategy over effort, but also work hard once you have the right strategy. So that's exactly what you need to understand. You should focus on the right things. They're going to get you towards the life you want. So was designing, the life I wanted all this time, because in 2022, 2023, my dream was pretty much to just move to French Polynesia, maybe make 10K per month and just enjoy life, and still this is a dream to do today. To potentially go there and live maybe down the road, but right now I'm still building, and I want to see more places before maybe settle at some point in some sort of island or something. Right now I'm just like exploring the world and seeing where I like it the most. And French Polynesia is quite far too, but it's European like territory. So I was like, oh, this is good stuff. Let me potentially settle there. But maybe things are not as optimal. We'll see. I still have to visit. I went to Hawaii, but French Polynesia is far away. So yeah, I'll have to see what makes sense. But definitely, it is an option down the road. Oh yeah, I got into the remote sales. I fucking crushed it as a setter first. Then I transitioned into closing. Got myself a mentor, paid around 6 7K, and really just got really great at what I do, and have it. I did remote sales ever since. So in 2025, in March, or April, I literally traveled to Asia. Was there for 5 months. Went to Bali. Went to Thailand. It was just the best time of my life, honestly. Just making money online, fully, and having the cash flow, having a purpose, having a business, and I just really, yeah, it was just great. I was doing money from trading mentorships. I was doing money from, um, yeah, sales, and from my investments and trading skills that I have. So it was just best time ever in 2025, and yeah, I got myself like a 2K apartment here in Germany as a base, and also was basically paying Airbnbs and stuff like that. So yeah, life was pretty much great in 2025. So yeah, and basically right now, kind of based in Germany. After Asia, I kind of settled here. I had some like stuff to resolve, and how the leases are. Sometimes you cannot just get out of the lease like that easily. And yeah, but I really like the apartment, so I was like, let's just settle though for a little bit before we plan the next move. And yeah, all this because I chose to design the life I actually want. So if you really want a good life, like if you really want a certain life, if you have a certain goal, and you're still doing the same thing that's not going to get you there, guys, that's definition of insanity. And you have to make some changes to get there. So yeah, like you have to understand like how bad do you really want it? How bad do you really want it? So yeah, that's my pretty much my story. I was born in a small village in Slovenia, got myself to all these countries, traveled the world, visited all places, a lot of places in Spain, Italy, yeah. So that's pretty much my life, and that's my baseline right now. So that's why I'm just like, what's the next move, right? And I'm just like, probably it's gonna be somewhere new, because when you go somewhere new, it's just so fun. It's so fun. And this online sales skill really just made me who I am. And yeah, basically, it's going to allow me to potentially move to Spain. It's going to or Dubai or Asia in the next coming months after this lease, runs out. So it's going to be extremely fun to see what's going to be the next move on the board. And online sales skills and trading really just got me to where I am right now. So yeah, that's what I would say about this, guys. And that's kind of my story. It's pretty mind blowing. There's so many things that happen, but sometimes it really feels like a lifetime ago in a sense, because there's so many things happen, so many places that I visited, so many memories, so much nostalgia. And yeah, it's just so fun. And I'm really grateful for where I am right now. And if you guys have the same kind of goal, if you want to make money online, if you want to get into like online sales, I can show you the roadmap on how to land roles and how to be really good at sales as well. So I do have some spots available for high ticket students. If you guys are interested in that, and you should actually want to get into my position where you can make 10K per month every single month, that's probably, honestly, it's probably the best skill you can learn to actually get here. Because think about it, once you're most of the places in the world, they're going to be, on the expenses side of things, they're going to be about, if you go to Asia, you can have 2K per month expenses. If you're going to be in Europe, it's going to be 4K per month. So it's going to be anywhere you go, it's going to be between 2 to 4K. So all you have to do is just earn 10K instead, 10K per month is really just going to keep you very comfortable anywhere you go. But you do have to ask yourself, what would the best possible version of myself do every single day to live that kind of life? So it's really up to you what you want to decide. So I do have some spots available, but I'm very selective with who I work with. So there's a link down below for Calendly to book a meeting with me one-on-one, and we can obviously see if you're a fit for what we do here. So yeah, that's pretty much it about that. And let's continue to where my story is. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I feel like, yeah, I did a lot of different things during my lifetime so far, and it feels like it just started. Um, it like it's just a beginning. But right now, I'm just really enjoying building, and I'm kind of just like focused on and obsessed on getting better really on everything, and also just want to make an impact and help you guys as well to get into my position, because at some point you just get to a certain point where you just want to help other people get in the same position. And yeah, that's what I would say. And yeah, also one of the things I mentioned is like, since I was younger, I was kind of like really into like videography and videos. Really want to get into that, like more professional stuff. So because it's really inspiring. You can really inspire people through creativity, and I do want to focus on that in the upcoming months. I'll get myself a like professional camera and work on that. Right now, I just want to share my message out there, but I want to tell you guys, like when I was in like Bali last year, I actually met all the people I was really inspired by since I was really young, and it was just a mind blowing thing for me because like I saw them as peers. Maybe they were a few steps behind me, before me, right? But I'm literally on the same trajectory. So some people, are starting earlier. Some people are starting later. I mean, honestly, it just started at the right time, because when I was working 20, 21, 22, I was in a completely different position than I am now. I have a completely different identity, right? And you have to understand to be successful in life, if you want to get towards 10K per month or whatever, that's maybe in online sales or whatever you're looking at to make, or if you're doing some sort of other business or a 9 to 5 job, and yeah, it really depends, right? So you have an identity that this is who you are, but if in order for you to get to a 2.0 version of yourself, you have to change your identity, and once you change your identity, then the actions have to align with that identity every single day. And you have to ask yourself, like, how hard are you really trying to get to where you want to be in life, from zero to like 100? Really ask yourself these hard questions. Look at yourself in the mirror. Me personally, I think I'm at around 75 or 80. Before that, I feel like I was definitely way, way lower. So I'm definitely at 75 to 80. I can definitely see the improvement in the next in another 20 points, 25 points actually. Because I need to focus more on growing my brand, for example, right? But yeah, I need to focus on the purpose even more than I am right now. So there's definitely 25 points more that I can work harder to get to where I want to be. And especially with videography, skydiving, I'm far behind that still. Um, so yeah, I need to definitely push harder. Most people are probably at around 20, 25. I'm probably like 70. I'm really probably at 70, and maybe even 65 if I'm being critical. But with the tools I'm working with right now, I think I'm almost at 80 or 90, to be honest. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. But yeah, oh my god, it's already 27 minutes, dude, guys. Holy shit. So yeah, this is a little bit about me and my story. I'm really passionate about, fitness, videography, and I'm not really about videography, but I just really want to inspire others by being the best possible version of myself in all realms of human endeavor. Um, and yeah, there's lots of things going to be coming soon on this channel. Definitely, I just did like a Q&A that'll I still have a lot of videos to post there. And yeah, just really excited to yeah, show up as my best self every single day, inspire you guys, and help you on your journey to get yourself to where you want to be. All right, guys. So all the links are down below. Let me know if you actually like this video. Subscribe for more. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. You can also message me personally on Instagram if you're looking to get into sales, or if you're looking to potentially, make more money with the money you have with trading investing. I can help you with that as well. I have my own seminar running. And but yeah, it really depends at what stage are you in life. You're looking for cash flow. If you're looking to make more money with the money you have, really up to you. So yeah, definitely building that side of things as well, working with different kinds of students. So if you want to be one of those, let me know. I'm very selective with who I work with, and yeah, we go from there, guys. Um, yeah, that's a little bit about my story. So how I got to where I am right now, my journey, and I really just wanted to make this video for quite some time. I feel like because yeah, most people don't have no clue about my story, and but yeah, the real ones know me, and I got here because of I was really just forcing myself to grow so much in different kinds of environment, and as I was shaped through different environments, I got to where I am today. Through a lot of like self awareness and just like yeah, trying to put myself in the best position possible to win, and yeah, to help you guys and inspire you to do the same. You know, to be at your fullest potential and do whatever it's on your mind. You know. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for staying with me for so long. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, and yeah, that's it for today.